Screaming behind you makes it a little bit cooler. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being alive and being beautiful. I'm looking around. I'm looking for an ugly person, and I can't find one. Don't go right here. Someone's like, right over here. There's an ugly person right here. Oh my God, it's a troll. This person's disgusting. You are. This person's disgusting. There is no ugly. Look, I can't find any ugly people in here, which is nice. It's nice. I belong. I feel I fit in. That's good. You ever go to a place and you see ugly people, nothing but ugly people? I just leave. I'm just like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. This is not for me. No, I don't want to talk about coupons. I got some double coupons. I got double coupons on some tricks. That's I don't know coupons. I'm on the way to go. I'm having a good day. I'm having a great day. Yes! Thank you for being part of my good day. It started the right way. I woke up at the crack of 6 p.m. like a farmer. And this girl gave me the nicest compliment about my dick. She said, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Flattery will get you nowhere. That was a little dirty, I know, I'm sorry. I'll dial it back a notch. It's just I wanted to share it. Big news for me this week, big news, everybody, big news. My grandfather is 100% cancer-free, everybody. Yeah. He died last week, though, which is sad. But the cancer's gone. We're very proud of the cancer leaving. If you look at the casket, there is no cancer at all. We're like, that was some aggressive chemotherapy, Grandpa. It took all of you. Some of you can see this maybe. If you're in the back, you can't get like a scope, but I write my jokes on my hands. I do. I don't even feel bad. These are the jokes I'm telling right now. I write my jokes on my hands because when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. And it was fun, but I have a terrible short-term memory. So if you see me look at my hands, please don't judge me. It's just something that I have to do. That's all. That's what I said. Oh, I write my jokes on my hands. You see, when I was younger, I did a lot of drugs. And I have really terrible short-term memory. So if you see me look at my hands, please don't judge me. It's just something that I have to do. Oh, perhaps you see me looking at my hands. You see, I write my jokes on my hands, yeah. Why? Because I did a lot of drugs. And now I have a terrible short-term memory. Please don't judge me if you see me look at my hands. It's just a thing that I have to do. 15 times. I do it 15 times in a row, by the way, 15. You're like, ha. No? Yeah. No. What kind of drug? Dude, I've done every drug you can name. They'll never tell my story. My story will never be told because I'm fine. That's the story they don't tell you. I did every drug you can name, every single, except for DMT. I didn't touch DMT. It was the only one I didn't touch. PCP? I also avoided PCP. I knew better. Why are you going, whoa, like everyone else is doing? What's up? PCP is dangerous, man, because I already have a very short disconnect between my thoughts and my actions. Like, PCP, what PCP does is if you do it, what you think to do and what you do have no break. So, you know, have you ever had like a thought, like, I should just shove this motherfucker out of this car? You ever think that, like, if you're with someone else, on PCP, that motherfucker is gone. Like, oh, I just did that. All right, that's what I did. So I knew better because I'm I'm too spontaneous. Like I don't want to. I need some blood. The DMT, I don't touch DMT. DMT, by the way, here's why I don't touch it. I've done heroin, it was fine, it was okay. If you ever had Vicodin in a glass of wine, congratulations, you did heroin. Same fucking drug. Except you can't go to the bathroom for like a month. That's the only thing they don't tell you. Is that you're like, oh geez, did I break something? It was the worst. DMT is in your brain right now, and when you die, your brain will release some DMT. People talk about that. And that is why I will not do DMT. Because if anyone's ever done a drug, you know that the first time you do that drug is probably the best time. I don't want to waste that ahead of death. I want to hold that one in reserve for when I die. I want to have one nice thing. I want to be like, right before I die, I've had better. I don't want to have that. I want to be like, yeah. So when everyone's like, I do some DMT, I'm like, dude, you're blowing your death. I'm just saying right now. Don't do drugs, that's what I tell people, unless you have them, in which case you should. I guess that's probably the best decision. If you have a day job, I'd avoid them. Or if you're over like 35 or 40, you're probably gonna die. But besides that, have fun. I used to tell people, if you want to stop them from doing cocaine, give it to children. Stay with me for a second, I'll explain why. Okay, one. Think about your favorite thing that you did as a child. Whatever favorite game you used to play. Think about it right now in your head. Are you still doing it? No. So you outgrew it. So those little kids have the strongest hearts we're ever gonna have. They'll be fine. Give them lines of cocaine. They'll be like, wow! Right? They might focus. You know how some of that shit works like Adderall. They'll be like all focused but then they'll give up. They'll be like, cocaine, I'm done. I'm done with that. You're like, I'm on the fence. Don't really do that, by the way. Don't do that. Or do it, I guess. I mean, why not? It'd be great to find out that's how my influence is. Like, he convinced people to give their kids cocaine. And they did. And the kids all got laid. It was amazing. What? No. One drug I do encourage everyone to do, I don't care who you are, I don't care how old you are, you should try it at least once. Mushrooms. Nah, not mushrooms. No. Here, last time I did mushrooms, I was driving. Now, you kind of hallucinate a little bit when you do mushrooms. So I did them, I waited till I was done tripping, and then I started driving, and I realized I was tripping about being done tripping. I don't know if you've ever had this moment, but every time I blinked, the road became a postcard that was frozen in front of me. So I go, blink, further down the road, blink, further down the road. I'm like, clink, 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 clink. I don't know why I'm still alive. Like, I should be dead. That was the scariest. Did you pull over? No, I was on drugs. I did not think to pull over. That common sense thought was that I was on the highway. What is that? Blink, 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 blink. And it was kind of fun after a little bit. I was like, this is not so bad. I can get into it. But no, so don't do mushrooms unless you're prepared. That's all. It's one of those things. Don't give them to someone. Don't slip your mushrooms into someone's pizza. I don't know. You can slip drugs into someone's drink. I guess you can't really slip mushrooms into someone's drink. Is there a mushroom in here? No. Eat it. But you can slip it into their pizza. That'd be like the thing. You would think, yeah, that's a pizza. You want some mushroom pizza? Ecstasy. I recommend everybody do it at least once. One, it's not addictive. You're gonna be fine. You hear those people screaming? That's what it's like. It's that good. Think of the best thing you've ever done. Are you a new mother? Better than childbirth. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Ecstasy takes bad things and makes them good. Takes good things and makes them great. I will prove it to you. The first time I did ecstasy, I drove to a nightclub and I got pulled over by the cops. And one of those cops is now my best friend. That is how good the drug was. I jumped out of the car like I love this song. Woo, woo, woo. Come on, give me a hug. His name is Andrew. It's like, we're not prepared to see you so happy to see us. I used to do drugs. I had to quit doing drugs because I ran out of money. That was a big thing. That's what stopped me. People who knew me, because I used to do a lot of them, and then I did stop, and then people were like, how did you sober up? I was like, I went broke. It was amazing how supportive everybody was. Like, you go to your dealer, and they're like, dude, I have no money. They're like, it's time to get clean, my friend. It is time to turn it around. So then I still do some drugs. Like I do one that's unforgivable. I smoke cigarettes. Yeah. I can tell you I smoke crack cocaine, and you'd be like, well, it's okay, man, you can get over it. Cigarettes are like, fuck you. It's like the last acceptable form of bigotry in America is a cigarette. Get out of here! We don't like your kind in here. Get to the back, into the little corner. That's where your kind can be, not with us. Whoa, all right, cool. If you don't smoke cigarettes, we know it's bad for us. Like, I can't tell you how many times people go, and I'm always like, thank you for being so concerned for my well-being. Thank you for not being passive-aggressive. Oh, what kind of cigarettes? Newport? Those are non-menthol Newports? What's the point of that? Everyone's Newport are menthol. I've never heard of non-mentholated. By the way, menthol is, if you haven't smoked, it's like you smoke something and it stings, or and then put like a mint into your mouth. It's delicious. It's tasty. By the way, Jesus would smoke menthols. I'm convinced because he was black, and that's why I say Jesus would smoke menthols. Sorry, too many white people in here. I do think that Jesus would be a smoker. I think this because, one, he doesn't have to worry about lung cancer. He'd be like, bring, I'm fine. Let's keep this going all night long. More, I can do this. I can bring, that's fine, all day long. So he doesn't have to worry about that side. But also, I believe that cigarette smokers act the way Jesus wanted us to act. Think about it. If you have no cigarettes and you want a cigarette, you just can walk up to someone with cigarettes who you don't know. And you go like, excuse me, my friend. You have so many and I have none. And they're like, absolutely, my friend, boom. You vegetarians don't give broccoli out in LA. Can I have some of your salad? Get the fuck away from me. I just want a snivel. Give me a little snivel of your salad. Cigarette smokers, here you go, my friend, here you go. Or how about this little one, you non-smokers? We get smoke breaks. That is the most amazing thing. If you smoke cigarettes, then immediately you now have less work to do. That's the most amazing thing. Excuse me, I need to take a break. Why? Because I'm going to kill everybody if I don't smoke something. On your way, go ahead. You can be like, I need to eat some ham. Can I have some ham right now? Take a ham break. Like, you're fired. Get out of here. I just want to have some ham. You know who's really rude to cigarette smokers? Non-smokers aren't that rude. Truthfully, no one really. It's pot smokers who don't smoke cigarettes. They're like weirdly hypocritical. Other than like their smoke is better than my smoke. They're like, oh, are you smoking cigarettes? Ugh, it's so bad for you. I smoke marijuana. It's all natural. It comes from a plant. Like, yeah, so does tobacco. Different. If you smoke cigarettes for 20 years, you're gonna get lung cancer and you're gonna die. I hate to break this to anyone who thinks that they're not gonna die from marijuana, but no matter what you smoke, if you take anything, light it on fire, and inhale it into your lungs, after 20 years, it's going to kill you. That's just how it is. You can smoke the Bible, and the real word is cancer. It is. Side note, the Bible is made out of rolling paper. Did anyone else ever notice that? Have you ever noticed that? That's brilliant. It's the Gideons. If you're not familiar, the Gideons are those people who go to the hotels, they put Bibles in the hotels. They're brilliant people. Because they're like, they know. You're going to be in a new town, you'll score some weed, you'll be afraid, you'll run right back to your fucking hotel room, you'll be like, I forgot rolling paper. And then you'll see the Bible, and you'll go, whoa, the Bible's made out of rolling paper. And then they'll have you exactly where they want you. Susceptible. You'll be like, a whale, huh? I want to read more. And that's just how it is. It's perfect for that. I'm super religious, by the way. This is my bias. I'm not going to try to convert you to whatever it is you think I believe, but I am. I'm actually agnostic. I think everyone has to be. I don't trust anyone who's atheist. I don't trust anyone who's like, there's definitely a God. I don't trust either one because we don't know. And now here's the thing. I wish there to be. That's my opinion. I know religion is probably wrong. I want there to be one though. I want there. That's what I want. Because I've been disappointed in so many parts of life. I just want there to be like, what? Ooh, God, cool. All right, let's go to the next step. Now, if I say it to people who are atheists, they look at me like I'm like the biggest idiot in the world. Like, oh, you're so stupid. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. But also, here's a little side note. I know when I found religion, and it was when I had a parent die. And I think that's when you find God the most, because you're like, I kind of want to see my dad again. So I'm hoping there's a God out there, so I get to visit him. Now I hope he's not fucking like what they say, like in a cloud playing the harp watching me. That shit's creepy as hell. Just the idea, ring, ring, hi Dad. Oh, get away from me, Dad. That's creepy. But I want there to be something. I don't care what it is. You don't know for a fact. We hope. Wouldn't it be crazy if I was like, oh, thank God. All right, there might be, but we don't know. We want there to be. I'm going to ask her. How? Well, hold on. You don't know. She might actually know God. You don't know for a fact. She might be like, well, every Thursday, God comes over, and we play Trivial Pursuit, and he cheats. I don't know if you know that, but God's really great, except at Trivial Pursuit, where he's a bastard. You're not letting her get her thought out. Let her finish it. I will. So, well, pray. Everyone prays. Everyone prays. Even if you don't believe in anything, everyone prays. Just fucking be late on anything, and you're gonna pray. You get pregnancy test, you go, oh, my period's like, dear God, please, dear God, please. You're late for work, dear God, please, dear God, please. Everything. I don't know, please. I think that's why God doesn't appear, because we treat God like a kind of like a lotto. Come on, God. Let's go, Woo! Money. Oh, I'll pray more later. Here's something no one ever does. Dear God, how's your day? No one ever says that. No one's like, I just want to check in on you, God. How you doing up there? How's everyone good over in heaven? How's Mrs. God? God, there's no Mrs. God. There's no Mrs. God, which tells you something. I don't know what it says, but it tells me something. I love like Jesus, miracles, dead people, alive, right? No wife. What's up with that, ladies? God's like, I don't know. Women are crazy. I just want to hold off. Well, hold off a second. I'm going to go hang out with a hooker instead. I think that's probably the best use of my time and my money. It's in the Bible! By the way, never say that to a woman. I can see the dagger looks here from every woman. We don't know. That's what I would love. I would love to find out. I'm so fascinated in religion just because it's so interesting to me, right? Like, it's interesting. Like, here's a question. Put your religious views aside, all right? Just put them aside. It's not about that. Just put them aside, okay? Jesus, would you have done it the way he did it? Really? Have you thought about actually the story? Again, put your beliefs aside. Beliefs aside. There they are. Put it there. The story of Jesus is, right? Jesus, what's his debut? What's his debut miracle? Where you go, bam, this motherfucker's doing shit. Doing his debut miracle is? Turned water into wine. As a child, his mother came up to him, and like all good showbiz mothers was like, Mama needs something to drink. And Mama's all out of booze. And she's like, oh, come on, Mom, please. Can you just do that thing where you do the little twirly, the spinny thing for Mommy? And Jesus, like a good, obedient son, is like, bing! And water turned into wine. That is, I don't know if you've ever gone on a date in your life, but if you're on a date with, let's say, a lovely girl, and she thinks she's drinking one thing, but then, she's suddenly drinking something totally different. That's date rape, Jesus. That is uncool. That is a crime. That is my God's debut is a crime. What's next after that? What happens after he goes, water, wine, what's the next miracle? Nothing, nobody knows. Well, he saw something, there was like a whale, I think. Lazarus is the big one. Lazarus, right? That's an interesting one. Here's something, I read this, because when I thought about it, I was like, I better check this one. So I read the Bible, which is not fun. It was kind of fun, because I'm writing jokes, I like that, but it's hard to read. But, the what? The deadlift. Oh, that's like a weightlifter joke right there. That's like a fucking power lifter. You do the deadlift, that's why the deadlift is the best lift ever. I used to be a powerlifter when I was much younger. I was huge. Anyway, you look at me like, no, you weren't. I was. Jesus took a dead guy named Lazarus. Bing! Not dead anymore. Do you know what happened next? Nothing. What? That's the craziest. Well, yeah, he did also. And they made a big deal about that. But Lazarus dead, right? Dead. No medicine. This is 2,000 years ago. No medicine. Nothing back there. You go, bing! Guys back up and walking, they don't talk about it at all. That's bizarre to me. Like, you were just thinking, how casual was that? Like, what were you guys doing today? Well, we're with Jesus, and we were walking the street. Oh, and Jesus saw Lazarus, who's dead, right? And so Jesus was like, that motherfucker owes me money. Bam! So Lazarus then paid him the money, and, he's not dead anymore. Then we went to Applebee's, which is delightful. We had this wonderful salad. The salad was amazing. It's like, how do you gloss over that one part? Like, that's crazy. He actually, in the apocryphal Gospels, he does it anyway, that's a different thing. So, I read a lot of things, and it's no fun. By the way, never read. If you have the opportunity, the book is never better than the movie. I know this because I read both the book and the movie. And They say it, like readers, they'll be like, oh, you saw the movie? Oh, that's cute. I read the book. Oh, the book is so much better than the movie. Oh, it's so good. Meanwhile, I was out with my friends for 2 hours. You spent a month in your bedroom by yourself with that book. I think the movie was a little better than the book. But they never think it. They always think that the book is better than the movie. And it's not true, and I'll prove it to you right now. I read a book. I saw the movie. The movie blew the book out of the water. It was called Backdoor College Teenage Nurses, Volume 16. Blowjob Patrol. Dude, the movie was way better than the book. It was considerably more entertaining. The book was all sticky. It was terrible. I know. Yes. She's having a good time. I am in no way, shape, or form upset with this. You guys should gotta get on her train, all right? Let's all get on that one. Let's talk about race, religion, and politics for a second, shall we? I'm gonna upset you all, but don't worry, you're gonna love me. Let's get someone to talk about their political views. I'm white, first of all. Let me share my bias. I'm a white person. I'm a white, straight male in my 30s. So, no matter what is in charge of the government, I'm fine. I'm fine. So, I want to ask a question, and if you're willing to answer, I promise you, I will not make fun of you. Now, the people around you may attack you, but it will not be me. What is your opinion on illegal immigration? Well, that's something I haven't heard before. That I have not heard before. Illegal immigration? Yeah! Illegal immigration is a process where you got to plan it. Like, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to sneak up this way, I'm going to swim here. He's like, I got a map. Yeah, no, I can see it's a process. It can't be something you just decide to do one day. Ah, fuck it, I'm illegal immigrating. Oh, yeah? Oh, like the mule, the people who bring them over. Yeah, I've heard about that. So she's pro it. That's not like someone who's saying it's a bad thing. Anyone else? Oh, that's a good point. It can't be illegal if it's on stolen ground. And by the way, that argument right there is kind of why white people don't like immigration. No, it actually is, because here's how white people view immigration, and tell me if I'm wrong, but we go, white people were immigrants at one point too. It's like, yes, and then we killed every single person that lived there. So we don't want immigrants, because we know how the story unfolds, because that makes us the Native Americans. And we're like, I don't think that's cool. I don't want that. That is it. At the crux of it is a little bit that. But, it is. But here's the thing. Here is, truthfully, I believe the argument against it, and also, by the way, my bias is I'm not against it, is this. Illegal immigrants are sneaking into America, and they're stealing our jobs. And when I hear that insults me. Because one, that's not even a concept. That's not a real thing. That's never happened. No one here has ever heard of any family member or friend who was like, dude, last night I was walking, and this guy jumped out of the bushes. He had a gun. He pulled a gun on me, man. And he's like, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm an accountant. He was like, motherfucker. I don't have, he stole my job, man. He stole my job. You've never gone to your work and be like, where's Steve? I don't know where Steve is. Let's go check on Steve at his cubicle. Go to Steve's cubicle. Get back there! Who the fuck is that? That's Esteban. He just jumped up like 9 o'clock like we're supposed to. It's crazy. Steve's never done that. It's amazing how that happened like that. I had a friend. He said this to me. He's my best friend, my buddy JP. My best friend. He said this to me, the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life, and I just couldn't go along. He goes, illegal immigrants snuck into America, and he does sound like that, and stole my motherfucking job. And he said it to me like I was supposed to be like, what? Let's get him! Like that was how I was supposed to respond. But I was like, wait a second. You had a job on Friday. And then some dude in Mexico was like, fuck it, and just started running north. Hopped a border, swam a river, and by a miracle found the building where you work? Hit the button for human resources and applied for your job in a language speak, nor read, nor write, with no birth certificate, driver's license, or social security number. He got your job? Dude, he deserves your job, bro. It's ridiculous. I know, right? That's very crowd pleasing. This changed my mind, though. He said no, and then he told me what he did, and I was like, oh, that's true. He sells oranges on the side of a highway. He didn't do it. He lost his job. I feel terrible for him. He also sells roses. Anyway. But, in a serious note, there was an earthquake in Mexico recently, and it affects all of us. This earthquake was strong and did a lot of damage, and I was listening to the news, and they had a seismologist on, and the seismologist said that after the earthquake, the crust of the earth in that country actually shifted 5 feet north. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Mexico itself is illegally trying to cross our border. And like, what the hell? It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Like, what are we going to do? We got to move the wall. Fuck, that sucks. Move it a bit. I'll do one last thing. Good night.